Right, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, welcome back to another Doctor Who related video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at something quite interesting to some. It depends if you're interested in the era or not, but to me I am, as it is one of my favourite Doctors. It is in fact this 7th Doctor prototype. Nah, I'm just kidding. It is a custom that I made during isolation, and I thought I would show off in this very short video on how I made it and how it looks now. And I'll maybe talk about what I may have done a bit differently, as there is a few things I could improve on here. So I have seen a few of these go about before. I mean, I think the very first one I saw was by Batman March many moons ago, but over the years it was something I wanted to do, but I just never got around to making it, and also I wasn't very confident in making figure customs. So how I first started doing this was I firstly got 2 versions of the 7th Doctor, one with the hat, one without the hat. The first thing I did was actually cut the hat off. I basically used a hot hairdryer to melt the glue and then remove the hat, so you were left with this stumped head. Afterwards, I then got a bit of sandpaper, carefully just sanded down the 7th Doctor's head. It took me about 2 days, and I don't know why I did it, because it would have probably been easier sawing it. Next thing I did was actually sculpt a peg, and then I placed the hat on top to mould the shape of the plug and leave it for a while. So after it dried, I then started to paint around the hair section, as a lot of it was slightly scuffed and damaged because of me sanding it down. So after that was complete, I then decided after a while it looks better when you squeeze it down, but over time, the hat just, unfortunately, it sort of pushes up in its own time, and I didn't really like it, so I have opted to glue it down. The only problem was, being a bit of an idiot, some of the glue actually leaked out onto his head. So I had to apply some glue remover, and it worked a treat. It has got the majority of it off, but I need to go back and try and get a little bit more off. But it has done the trick here. So that is basically it, really, how to make this custom. It's very simple. It was something that supposedly was going to be released in a 3rd release of the 7th Doctor from Curse of Fenric many moons ago. I'll hopefully be able to find a photo, and if you can see the photo, yeah, it's very, very grainy, so if you can see that it's supposed to be solemn-headed, it was something that apparently Character Options were going to make in the likes of a Curse of Fenric variant with the duffel coat that he wore, and unfortunately it was deemed too cost-worthy, so they decided to abandon it. Who knows, we may get one in the future, but it always made me curious that they never released this version initially, because, you know, the 7th Doctor wasn't one for grinning. He wasn't really known for smiling all the time. So, I mean, apart from a few promotional images and his first series, of course, because he was just this wacky, funny man, most of the time he was more of a serious Doctor, so I was surprised that character didn't go down that route. Hopefully in the future, Character Options may reconsider and do a new head sculpt, as I would love them to do one, as it just means people won't butcher their 7th Doctor heads just to get the desired effect of what fans wanted in the first place. You know, it's something that I really wanted to do in a long, long time, and I never got round to doing it. And I thought I'd show off in this very small review how I applied my skills and whatnot, if you can call it that, to make this figure. So that's pretty much it for this review. I know it's a short one, and yeah, that's it. Au revoir.